Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie, and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today, you guys, I was thinking we would just take a look at the energy for Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving weekend. So what can we expect basically Thursday through Sunday? We've got some big stuff. There's, Thanksgiving here in America, then the dreaded Black Friday, then just the weekend. So what can we expect to see? As always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinion, and please be kind to one another in the comment section down below. You guys have been really good at that. I almost feel, I hit my camera. I almost feel like I don't even need to say it anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to start with these Trish James Forecaster Oracle cards, and I'm just going to kind of start flipping, okay, and just see whatever spirit has in mind for us, okay? I don't really have any agenda with this reading. Defensive mobilization, tactical response. So we are going to see some kind of military activity. Actually, we are going to see a lot of military activity. This is several different fronts. So this is something going on with Ukraine, and I am getting very strongly that Ukraine is going to get weapons or defenses from NATO allies unbeknownst to the United States, and they are going to do some kind of defensive mobilization. That's exactly what it would be. Some kind of a defensive, something that puts them in a better position. And it's going to make Putin really mad. Really, really mad. But I just feel like it's a very good shift for Ukraine. Okay. The other thing too is so many people said the Russia-Ukraine war would end this year, and I did not get that at all one time. And here we are, November, and it's not over. So I think that's interesting because a lot of people said that. Okay, we have external pressure, outside influence. So this is just more of that energy that I was just talking about. There's going to be a lot of pressure on a lot of the players, right? On Trump from Putin, because Putin has Trump, right? They have the compromising material, the compromat, or whatever it's called. They have it. So they're going to put a ton of external pressure on the United States to do what's in the best interest of Russia. That's why that 28-point peace plan that was written by Moscow was, okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else we have for the next 4 days for the long Thanksgiving Day weekend. And if you guys have not already, please check out the video on my channel. I will link it, which tells the true history of Thanksgiving. And I think it's really important that we take time to really acknowledge the facts around our history. Okay. Cosmic frontier, above and beyond. I am wondering if there is going to be an update in information around 3i Atlas. If you do not know what 3i Atlas is, I encourage you strongly to go check it out. It is this cosmic thing. No one knows. NASA, no one knows what it is. It's doing things that make no sense. It does not come from our solar system. And a lot of people think it's alien consciousness. I don't know. I wonder. But this, to me, cosmic frontier would be learning more about 3i Atlas, gaining new information. This could be a change in trajectory. This could be learning something new about what it's made out of, or its path, or just anything about it. This is interesting. I'm excited about that. Okay, let's see here. We have financial abundance, growth, and expansion. We have false information. And we have foundation, infrastructure, long-term vision. Okay. These two go together. Financial abundance, false information. Right now, the American people are giving false they're being given false information around financial abundance. They're being told, oh, the economy is doing great. Prices are going down. The Walmart, cost of Thanksgiving dinner, womp, womp, womp. But it's all lies and deception, right? We all know that the whole foundation, long-term vision of this administration is to do some very, very evil and nefarious things that hurt 99% of the people here and help 1%, the billionaires, right? So I feel like because we have this Thanksgiving weekend and then we have this Black Friday, I'm wondering if somehow the administration is going to try to pump out false information about how fantastic the numbers are. But I feel like it's going to be really low. So I don't think that Black Friday is going to be as profitable as they're hoping it is, because people are hurting financially. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like the people are starting to crack. But I wonder if the regime has already gotten so much authority that it doesn't matter anymore. They don't need buy-in, right? Okay, let's keep going. What else can we expect during this long weekend? Unseen connection, hidden dynamics. This could be people being tied together. Have you guys heard the story about Jair Bolsonaro? I hope I said that right. Who was an imprisoned leader of Brazil. Oh my gosh, you guys, go do your own research. I don't remember. Anyway, he was given 27 years. He was tried and convicted of basically trying to organize a very similar coup to stay in power, like the one that Trump organized on January 6th. But he was convicted and found guilty and got 27 years. Well, he has tried a couple of different times to escape, to make deals, to get out of there. And the home that he lives in is like 15 miles from the U.S. consulate there. And I think it's Brazil. And so his son tried to drum up a mob to show up at the house. And then the father, who was there on house arrest, was trying to get his ankle monitor off so he could get out and get to the American consulate so that he could, the U.S. could get involved and get him out of there. So Trump was questioned about this, and he had said, this was Saturday morning. So they tried to organize this coup Friday night and try to get away, but he was caught. They realized he was trying to disable the ankle monitor. So they showed up and they arrested him and brought him back. Well, Trump was questioned about this first thing Saturday morning. And he said, well, I just talked to him last night and I'll be meeting with him very soon. And the reporters were like, you've talked to him since he got arrested? And Trump's like, oh, what? And you could see Trump like shocked. Trump was involved in basically trying to free or help this convicted, fascist dictator. It's a mess. I'm wondering if this story is going to come out more, or if we're going to see other unseen connections like that, where Trump is connected to nefarious people or the administration. This can also be connections within Epstein and that whole thing, but we're going to start to see these connections. I keep seeing like spider webs where as this stuff starts to trickle out, everyone's going to be implicated. And I think people are going to be shocked because it's going to be politicians on both sides. It's going to be so many people in Hollywood, so many actors, so many people in, music, entertainment, producers, finance. It's even people with the schools and the institutions and lawyers. It is the spider web of people that are wrapped up in this. The connections are going to be crazy. Absolutely just crazy. Okay, let's get a few more of these. I'm really connecting with this deck tonight. Okay, what was that? Catalyst event, turning point. So there could be something that occurs this weekend that becomes some kind of a turning point. You know what I want to read on? I want to read on the 6 lawmakers who created that I guess commercial or ad about how you can service members can reject or refuse illegal orders. And now Trump is going after them, specifically Mark Kelly, who's my senator here in Arizona. So I want to look and see if anything is going to happen with that situation this weekend. With those lawmakers that are being, targeted by Trump and for saying something that's completely legal. Okay, let's see what's going to happen with that energy. We have the 8 of Pentacles. This is working hard at what you're good at. This is like working on your craft. This is these people's experience. This is their background. This is they understand the laws, the codes, what is a legal order, what's an illegal order, and how you have to conduct yourself. The information they're given is, it's given in this knowing. This is their expertise. This is what they know. Okay, the challenge they're facing is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed is money that you're expecting to show up doesn't show up. I wonder if Trump is either going to threaten to cut funding or to actually cut funding to the states that these people come from. Targeting financially those specific states to try to rile up the constituents to turn on these people. The energy this is coming from is the High Priestess. Yes, the High Priestess is the card of intuition, higher knowing, understanding secrets, learning. This card shows up for me when Spirit wants to tell me, yes, like you're on the right path. So that's more of a, I think for me, card right now. The energy going forward for this situation is the Hierophant reverse. This is doing things completely backwards, completely against the way that they're supposed to be done, completely against protocol. The Hierophant reversed is doing things like the wrong way. The upright, this is structure, government, organization, institution, doing things the right way. This would be following the code. This is the direction they're going. It's like, we're going to do whatever we want. We're going to turn it on its head. We don't care. The overall aim or destiny of the situation is the Emperor reversed. Trump is going to use this to flex as fully as he can. This is not going away. I think some of us were kind of wondering, is this something that's just eventually going to blow over, or is this something that's going to be made into a much bigger deal? And this is going to be made into a much bigger deal, I feel like. That's how the energy sits right now. And I really feel like they want to start with Mark Kelly. They've had enough of him, and he's the one they're going after first. And then the one that they're going to go after next really hard is Alyssa Slotkin. They're going to go after all of them, but those I think are going to be the first 2. Okay, the underlying energy, or what we don't see coming, is the Knight of Wands. This is coming in hot-headed, ready for confrontation. This is very, it's very like, I don't know. It's antagonistic energy. This is Pete Hegseth. This is Pete Hegseth running in, popping off, putting in his stupid 2 cents. He's already made comments about how Mark Kelly didn't have his bars on right, and people are like, idiot. He's taking the picture like it's in a mirror. It's reversed. So he's just a ding dong. He needs to stop drinking for entertainment purposes only. The energy of this situation is the 4 of Pentacles reversed. This is really trying to hold on to a situation but losing your grasp. I think this is the energy of Trump and his people trying to really put forth this narrative of, how seditious these people are, but it's not working. And they're losing their grasp on the narrative of this one. The environment is the 4 of Cups reversed. This is, and we have 2 4s, interesting. Oh, and we have the Emperor, that's 3 4s. This is the energy of being dissatisfied. So I think, obviously, there's a lot of dissatisfaction from a lot of people, but I think the biggest dissatisfaction in this is coming from the emperor. We're seeing these lawmakers not back down. They're standing up strong. They're like, whatever, here we are. And Trump doesn't like that. He's losing people are looking at him like a joke, and he's losing his power. He's lost it a long time ago, but he's now seeing it, and other people are starting to see it too. He is weak. He is losing his cognitive abilities. He's losing his physical abilities. He's struggling to walk. He's in failing health, and no one is afraid of that old man. They're just not. Hopes or fears for this situation is the Page of Wands. This is wanting good news, wanting to just be done with this situation. Let's just move forward. And this is standing strong. I'm going to put my message out there. I'm going to stand behind what I said. No matter what happens to me, what Trump or Hegseth or any of these people try to do, I'm going to continue with my message because it's the right thing to do. And final outcome for this situation, now we're just kind of looking at final outcome, I think probably for the weekend, because I think that's where this is sort of going. But this might be final outcome for the whole thing, so we'll just have to see. The King of Swords reversed. This is a tyrant. This is a tyrant. I'm telling you, Trump is this one. They're going to fight it. This one is going to get nasty. I don't know how far it's going to go. This is going to be something that's, do you guys remember that we got like pivotal catalyst? We got like a catalyst. I wonder if that is what this catalyst is all about. Very, very interesting. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to move over to my Whispers of the Unsolved deck. This is that big, huge one that's like, I don't know, 300 cards or something like that. And just see any final messages that Spirit wants to throw our way, any like keywords, any ideas, things we should be on the lookout for. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Okay, we have a witness. So we have a witness. We have celebrity. These came out together. Deep state and mind control. Now, if you guys have not yet seen my Jeffrey Epstein channeling video, stop what you're doing and go watch it because it's really creepy. But it was interesting. What came through was that Jeffrey Epstein, probably from a very young age, was subjected to some kind of MK Ultra style mind control or programming. And he actually learned how to do that on other people. Very crazy. Nothing I would have ever imagined on my own. It was a very interesting experience. It was definitely a different reading than normal. Child, you guys, I was literally just talking about it as a child. That was Spirit confirming that. Yes. Okay. So this is that Jeffrey Epstein energy, that there's stuff going on with children. And it sounds so conspiracy theorist, I've never been a, Pizzagate person, or I've never been like, oh, there's, people, they do all kinds of, they say all kinds of weird stuff, like children are sacrificed for different weird rituals and stuff. I would hear stuff like that in the past and I'd be like, okay, whatever. I am starting to wonder. I really, really am. With some of these cards that have come up and some of the stories we've seen, I don't know, you guys, there's some stuff going on in this world. It is very, very dark. Whoa. Run away, escape. Trying to get away from it. I wonder if I wonder if this is all connected. A witness, a celebrity could have been a witness. A witness could have seen a celebrity run away, trying to get away from this. Friends, people being brought in. Those girls were encouraged to bring their friends in. We have royalty. We know that Prince Andrew is part of this. Fired. Who says you're fired? Trump. Trump is a part of this. Look at this. We have death and AI. Very interesting. I'm just feeling like there's going to be more Epstein stuff as well that's going to come forward, because his energy, he keeps showing up like, I'm still here. Don't forget. Don't forget. His energy is super dark. And I was asked in that channeling video, in the comment section, you guys asked, well, if he's alive, how are you channeling him? Or so are you saying he's dead? And I don't know. Here is what I know. I was connecting with his energy. However that works in the universe, okay? So I cannot say if he's dead or if he's alive. I've gotten that he's alive, actually. I don't know if it was spirit tapping me into the energy. I don't know. But it is something that doesn't happen a lot, and I'm glad, because that was a tough one. I didn't like sitting, even now talking about it, I'm getting like goosebumps, or like, yeah, my skin's kind of crawling. So with that, what I would like to do is to get a final message from Spirit, now that we've seen what we can expect to see this weekend, more Epstein stuff, oh my gosh, just everything that we're going to see. It's just a lot. So I want to change our energy, and I want to know what message Spirit would like for us to know going forward for this weekend. What message does Spirit have for us? If you're ever curious to know what decks I'm using, if you click on the description box down below and hit more, it will expand. And there is a link to my website, which is justbobbiereads.com. And on my website, I have pictures of every single one of the decks. If you can't find what you're looking for, scroll to the bottom, because I put my newest decks on the bottom. But if you click on the deck picture, it'll give you all of the deck information. And also on my website is a secure portal if you want to schedule your own tarot reading with me. I do live readings and recorded readings, so you can check that out there. Okay, let's get back into this. Okay, we have forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. If you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail, like being unable to find someone to show you the way, be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them. They lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for the younger you. Do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. This is a very powerful card that I connect to a lot. So a lot of you that have been with me for a long time, you know my story. But for those of you who are new here or who maybe haven't heard it, I'm not going to do a whole thing. But I'm a single mom of 4 kids. One has left home, so I have 3 still at home. And I, started with those 4 babies, and I had a high school diploma, and that was it. I didn't have a trust fund. I did not have a supportive family. I did not have a spouse or a partner. It was me. And I put myself through school, and I got my bachelor's degree, and then I got my master's degree. I went to school at night. I worked a minimum wage job during the day. I donated plasma and hired and begged people to babysit for me, when I went to school at night, and I would do homework in the middle of the night. And I did that for 6 years straight. And then, I started building my career and building. And then I've moved and I've done all these different things. And here today, I'm in my dream home, doing a job that I love, and also getting to do this, which I love. I cannot wait till this becomes my full-time job. But I have, amazing kids, and I have more blessings than I can even, begin to count. And I'm not saying all that stuff to like, oh, look at me, but I want people to see the arc, okay, of like where I started and where I am now. And I got there by not waiting for someone else to get me there or to open the door. I got there because I started banging down doors myself. And I can tell you, every single day of that journey, I wanted to quit. Every single night that I worked all day, and I would come home, and then I would have to leave my kids with a babysitter, and I would have to go sit in a classroom for 4 hours at night. Every single time I did that, I wanted to quit. I doubted why I was doing it. I would go home and cry. I was exhausted. I was depressed. And you know what? The Bobbie I am now is so grateful for that girl who just put one foot in front of the other and forged her own path. And I want to share that with you because you can do it too. I am no different from you. Okay? I didn't start out, I got my college degrees when I was in my 30s. So I already had 4 kids by the time I started that. And you can do it too. It does not matter how big the obstacle is. It's like you have to decide. You either want to do it or you don't want to do it. And if you want to do it, then you put one foot in front of the other and you just do something every single day that's going to get you closer. And that's it. No one is going to come in and save you, and no one's going to do it for you. If I was waiting for someone to come help me out, I would still be sitting in that 2-bedroom apartment with my 4 kids, But because I did not wait for someone to rescue me, or for the situation to get better, or for this to happen or that to happen or this to happen, I just made it happen. Here I am today, reaping all of the amazing rewards. Life is so beautiful. It was so worth the struggle. But things aren't going to be handed to us, even through manifestation. We have to put in an equal amount of energy before universe is going to connect us to it. So if there are things in your life that you're trying to manifest and you're wondering, why is it not here? Well, what did you do today to bring yourself closer to it? Did you open that door for yourself? Because 9 out of 10 times we block our own, 10 out of 10 times we block our own manifestations. And it's time to get out of your own way and just start moving forward. Okay? And you don't have to have it figured out. You can say to me, well, Bobbie, I don't have a game plan, or I don't, I know I want something, but I don't know what it is. That's okay. Do something every day. Do a Google search. Talk to people. Gather information. Look up, if there's something you want to do, like look up how to get into it. And then baby steps. I wanted to buy a house, and I had terrible credit and no money for a down payment. For real, you guys, for real. And I said, okay, Spirit, here's what we're going to do. We're going to buy a house, and you're going to help me. I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to put in the effort too, but I need you to show me how to do this because I don't know what I'm doing. And then I put a post on Facebook that I wanted to buy a house. And then I had a realtor reach out to me and ask me if I knew a realtor in the area. And I didn't, so she connected me with one. And then a Facebook friend that I'd had from years ago was a home lender. And he reached out to me and said, well, hey, let me help you figure out how to get a home loan, where you need to, let's look at your credit. Let's see where it is. What do you need to do? How much do you need for a down payment? How much would you qualify for? So he reached out to me. And then I was, just communicated, this is what I want. This is what I can afford. This is what I can do. And these people guided me. My realtor's like, okay, you need about $17,000 for a down payment and to close. That's what you're going to need. So he's like, okay, let's figure this out. And within probably, I want to say, I think I got really, really serious about it in January, after Christmas was done. I had been working on my credit, slowly but surely, but it wasn't fabulous. But it was January where I said, okay, I'm ready to do this. And all kinds of things lined up. This channel got, just got kind of a little bit popular, and I started making, a little bit of extra money. And that a little bit of extra money was the difference I needed to save up the money for my down payment for my home. I mean, it just, every spirit made it all fall together. I just put one foot in front of the other and did what I needed to do that day. So my realtor would say, okay, tell me everything that you need. Okay, I'd make a list. Boom. Then the lender would say, okay, you need to take care of this, this, this. So then I would do, and so it just broke it down into bite-sized pieces. I didn't do the entire thing in one day. I did one thing every day. And it took me, I closed on my home August 8th, Lions Portal. And so it took me 8 months. And you can do it too. Because once again, I'm no different than you. Okay, sorry. That was super long-winded. I'm sure I lost most of you. If you're still with me, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free and a fantastic way to help out my channel. And that's how you guys helped me get to my house. So it makes a difference. So thank you for everyone who has subscribed. You guys have definitely changed my world. And if you would like to take your support of my channel one step further, you can become a member. Members get access to member exclusive content. So you can check that out. The information is in the description box down below. It's 99 cents a month to join. Okay, you guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.